This is a short tutorial on slope-intercept form of a line. First thing we want to do is remember that the slope-intercept form of a line is written as y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Once we have that information down, what we really need to do is to figure out how to use that information. So there are a few quick hints. If I am given my slope and my y-intercept, then I simply substitute that into the equation, and then I have the equation of the line. If I'm given 2 points, then I need to use those 2 points to find the slope, and then find the y-intercept, and finally substitute it into my equation, my formula. If I'm given a graph, then I need to find the slope, find the y-intercept, and simply substitute it into my formula. So let's do a few examples. If I am given m equals 3 and b equals -2, I want to write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. What I need to remember is that m is my slope and b is my y-intercept. My formula, y equals m times x plus b, is what I'm going to substitute in. So m equals 3, I replace the m with a 3. And b equals -2, so I replace b with -2. X and y stay the same. So the equation of my line with a slope of 3 and a y-intercept of -2 is y equals 3x minus 2. Use the pause button if you're unsure and really look at and quiz over this information. Then go on to the next slide. If I'm given 2 points, 3, 5 and 6, 9, and I want to find the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. So the first thing I need to do is find the slope. Well, remember that the slope, m, is a change in y, which indicates taking one y value and subtracting the other y value over the change in x, or taking one x value and subtracting not y, but x, subtracting the other x value. Now sometimes you'll see y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1, and it doesn't matter as long as you keep the x's together and the y's together. So in this case, I want to find the slope, m. So I'm going to do 5 minus 9. 5 is y1 and 9 is y2. And I'm going to then divide that by the x value that goes with 5. So 3 minus the x value that goes with 9, or 6. 5 minus 9 is -4, and 3 minus 6 is -3. And a negative over a negative is a positive. So my slope is positive 4/3. So I know part of my equation then. Part of the equation is y equals 4/3 times x plus b, my y-intercept. I don't know my y-intercept, so I need to substitute either one of the points into this equation for x and y so that I can find b. I'm going to use the point 3, 5. That means that I have 5 equals 4/3 times 3 plus some number b. And I need to simplify and solve for b. So 4 divided by 3 times 3 means that my 3's cancel, and that equals 4. So 5 equals 4 plus b. And then I subtract 4 from both sides of my equation. So 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 equals b. So now I know my y-intercept. My y-intercept is 1. And I know my slope. My slope is 4/3. So the last step is to actually write the equation of the line that contains these 2 points. That equation is y equals my slope, 4/3, times x, plus my y-intercept, which is 1. So this is the equation of my line that contains the point 3, 5 and the point 6, 9. Again, use the pause button if you're still a little confused. Now I'm given a graph, and I need to write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. That means that I need to find my slope, and I need to find my intercept. My intercept will be the easiest thing to find on this particular graph. So if I remember that the intercept is where does my graph cross the y-axis? And it crosses the y-axis at this point right here. So I need to know what is the value of that point. So if I notice my scale on my graph, every line represents 1 because I have this line here. That's 1 on the y-axis, and the next one is 2. So that's how I know I'm counting by ones. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my y-intercept B is equal to 8. This point right here is the point 0, 8. Now I need to find my slope. So I'm going to find two values on my graph that I can use to help me find my slope. I can use the 0, 8, and I need another point that I know exactly what it is. And to me, it looks like I can use this point right here. So I either need to check what that point is, or I can count. I can start at my 0, 8, go down 1, 2, 3, and over 1, 2. So I changed 3 over 2. My rise was 3. My run was 2. My slope rises from left to right. It increases as I go from the left to the right. That means my slope is positive, so 3 over 2 equals m. Now I know my slope, and I know my intercept. So my slope is 3 over 2, so y equals 3 over 2 times x plus my intercept of 8. So that's how I would find the equation of the line. Remember to pause this, replay the parts that you still find confusing, and practice it.